From Brrraaains and Head-Banging Games, the developers behind the wonderful Just Ignore Them, comes My Big Sister, once again published by Grab the Games. A top-down RPG-like adventure with horror moments, My Big Sister shares a lot in common with Just Ignore Them, both visually and with a lot of gameplay elements, but has more than enough differences to make it stand out on its own. The most obvious? The story. Lucia is a 12-year-old girl who is sarcastic and likes to tease her old sister Brrraaains. The pair's bond is tested when they are kidnapped by strangers and brought to the Red Witch. She puts a curse on Brrraaains, and so Lucia sets out to lift it and get the pair home. Blending and balancing horror with comedic edges and genuinely touching moments, My Big Sister is a surprise. A surprise because of just how emotionally honest the game is, dealing with difficult subject matters like depression, suicide, grief, sexual abuse, and more. If there is one reason to play My Big Sister, it is for its compelling narrative. Something that draws from fairy tales, Japanese folklore, and more. Although that's far from the only positive. Played from the top-down perspective with gorgeous retro graphics, the game takes place across multiple chapters, with about 3 to 5 hours of content depending upon how much exploration the player chooses to do. For most of the game, you'll control Lucia as she explores locations to find items and solve puzzles to progress. A wicked mix of clever and brain-taxing puzzles that harks back to the classic point-and-click games of old. They're never frustrating even when they're at their most confusing. A lot of that comes down to the wonderful set of old characters and locations that are visited and explored. It might seem very linear, and it is so to speak, except for the multiple endings. However, My Big Sister rewards exploration and out-of-the-box thinking, as there are many secrets to uncover, the biggest being that this is a game well worth playing. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on GBHBL.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts, and of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal, what else is life for?